Hello there. Welcome to a little 10-minute movement session to keep your body in tip-top condition. We're going to start lying down on your back. So lying down, bring the knees in towards the chest and just pull the knees in. And please, as always, remember, listen to your body. If it's not feeling good today, then just do what feels good. So you've either got the knees pulled in, or you've got hold the back of the shins, or you can maybe get a towel and pull the knees in a bit closer if you want to, because as your knees pull in, the lower back opens out. But also think of the neck, maybe chin to the chest. If you're looking behind you, then stick a cushion underneath your head. So the knees are pulled in, your feet are together. We're going to open the knees out a little bit, just to shoulder distance. Now you're going to push the legs forward, so just till the arms are straight, making sure the back doesn't lift. Bring the knees back together and pull your knees in towards the chest. So your toes stay touching. It's just the knees open out, and they only open out to about shoulder distance. Then you press forwards. Bring the legs together. Pull them back in. Now let's make it a more fluid, flowing movement round and in. So this is great for your SI joint or any lower back issues. It should feel nice. And again, let's do one more in this direction. And then we bring the knees back in to the chest. So slowly, just press the legs in front, the arms are straight. Open out to roughly about shoulder distance. Pull the knees in as if you're trying to pull them in towards your shoulders. Then bring them together. Again, down, out, and in, together. And again, down and out, pulling in, together. Let's do two more, down and out. Pull the knees in, bring them together. Let's do one more, and out. Pull the knees in, bring your legs together. Let's lower this right foot on the floor. Let's lower the left foot on the floor. But we glue the inner thighs together. Let's just take the arms out slightly, backs of the hands on the floor. Let's do our hip rolls, but glue your inner thighs together. Legs go to the right, make it small to begin with, then to the center. Now let's take the legs to the left. Again, just make it small. Remember, we don't want the shoulders to lift. We want to widen out these collarbones. You can make it a little bit bigger if you want to now, but make sure that your shoulder blade doesn't come up. So you're just going as far over as you can keep the shoulder blade in contact with the mat. So this is great for releasing the lower back. And again. And let's do one more each side. So let's take it to the right, then we bring it back, and then we take it to that left side, and then let's bring it back. Now let's roll onto the right side. Keep the knees bent. Just bend your elbow. Either rest your head on the arm or use your cushion. Think about the back of the body, back of your head, the shoulder blades, the tailbone. Your feet are all in a straight line as we lift this knee. As we lift the knee, the hips stay stacked and we lower. So no movement in the upper body, just the knee. All we're doing is opening out the hip. And remember, if you lift it and roll back, then you're not doing the correct movement. We want to make sure we get into these hip flexors. So we want the hips to stay stacked. And let's do two more. Breathing in, lift. As you breathe out, lower. Let's do one more. Breathing in as you lift. And then as you breathe out, you're going to lower all the way back down. Now, once you've done that, we're going to slide the legs out and you're going to roll onto your front. Have your legs out to the corners. Place one hand on top of the other. Let your forehead rest down on your hands. Let's engage those core muscles. So we're trying to pull the belly button away from the mat towards the spine. And then just relax the core, release. Let's do that again. Pull the belly button away from the mat towards the spine. And then release. Let's do one more. Pull the belly button, but don't release it. Keep it pulled in. Now lift your head, gaze forwards. Look along the floor. Where the floor meets the wall, that's all you're lifting to. The shoulders are sliding down. We're still pulling that belly button in. And then as we breathe out, lower down. Let's go again, breathing in. Let's curl up as we gaze forwards. We draw the belly button in, no movement in the lower back. This is just the upper back. So remember how most of our days in flexion, especially if we're working from home, we need to balance it out with extension, which is what we're doing now, which is what you cover in all the Pilates classes you do. Breathing in, lift. As you breathe out, lower. Let's do one more. We breathe in, curling up and lift. Separate the hands. Let's push up onto hands and knees. Let's check our position. Are your knees under the hips? Spread out your hands, hands under shoulders. Think about pressing every finger down into the mat, the heel of the hand down into the mat. Crown of the head lengthens forwards, tailbone lengthens back. Then we change the shape of the spine as we go into cat stretch. So now pubic bone to head, head to pubic bone, belly button pulled into spine, breath in. Breathe out, coming back. And we do that again, tucking under, rounding that spine, let the head drop, take a breath. As we breathe out, coming back. And we've got one more. Remember, you can always spend a little longer on these movements if you want. Take a breath. As you breathe out, coming back. So let's bring the legs together. We're on our other side and we're going to release and open out the other hip. So just like we did before, we're lying on the side, thinking about your alignment, back of the head, shoulders, pelvis, feet are all in a straight line. And then we lift the knee, but without this hip rolling back. And then lower. Again, breathing in, lift. As you breathe out, lower. And again. Good. And lower. Let's do two more here. Breathing in, lift. Breathe out, lower. And this is your last one. Let's lift up. And then let's lower down. Let's roll over onto your back where you started. So you're going to roll over, lie down on your back. So we did those hip rolls before, but now that we've opened out the hips, we've released the hips, let's add a bit of hip opener to that. So let's place the right foot on the left knee. The arms are out, palms up to the ceiling, collarbones are wide. Remember, shoulder blades on the floor. Now we take the legs to the right, so you're going to be rolling onto the inside of that left foot. As you breathe out, back to the center. Now we go over to that left side, breathing in as you go over. Breathing out, bring it back. We've got one more each side. And then let's bring it back. And again, let's take the legs over to the left side. And then we bring it back. Once you come back, let's swap over. Let's place the right foot down. Let's place the left foot onto the right knee. Stay here for a moment. Feel the shoulders relax. Feel the collarbones wide. Now let's go to the right. And then bring it back. And then slowly to the left. And bring it back. Let's do one more each side. And then we finish off with that left side. And then let's bring it back to the center. When we come to the center, we just go back to where we started with the knees hugged into the chest. Remember, you can use that towel to pull them in. And then let the legs roll just side to side. Let's just massage out that lower back. So these were just some gentle movements to keep your body moving. And remember, we've got lots and lots of Pilates classes for you to do.